my husband. He knew what it was up front.
Right.
He ended up going broke. I have expectations. When you don't meet my expectations, I move the hell on.
You left your husband because he went through a little financial struggle.
And did.
At any point in time, did you feel that love should have kept you there?
I feel like he didn't love me because if he did, he wouldn't have went through a financial struggle. A man that loves a woman don't go through hard times.
Lord have mercy. Men, you have got to avoid women like this like the plague. Now, I don't know what her man's financial situations were, but sometimes things happen that are out of your control. Inflation happens, layoff happens, sickness, mental health. This goes without saying, but a man's financial struggle has nothing to do with how much he cares about his woman. Now, if he lost his job and he wasn't doing anything to improve his situation, all he was doing was sitting on his ass feeling sorry for himself, then I can kind of understand why she would want to leave. But a real partner would stick by your side and help lift you up instead of kicking you when you're down.
After our first date, we went like on some little walk by the pond, real cute. And the next day, he sent me like a full spa care package. For what?
Like what?
I ain't gonna hold y'all.
Care package?
A spa care package. I'm talking about like facials, deep stone massage, everything after one date. That right there is a red flag to me now. Like when people start giving you big packages and big presents like so early on, that's a red flag. That's the beginning of love bombing.
It's funny because a lot of women would say there's nothing wrong with a guy, quote unquote, applying pressure. But I'm not sure if this is a red flag for women as much as it's a bad idea for guys. You're so desperate for this girl to like you, you start overcompensating with luxuries and gifts. And now, as the relationship progresses, you're not sure if she likes you for you or if she likes you because of all the things that you're getting her. And once you run out of money or you decide to just stop buying all these luxury gifts, the relationship falls apart and you're sitting here wondering why. Lead with your heart, not with your wallet.
Why do men pursue you and then the energy just fizzles out? Well, the answer is simple. Because they got to know you. They might have been attracted to you physically, but once they got to know your personality, it just felt like you weren't a fit. Ladies, we have to stop demonizing men for doing what they're supposed to be doing while dating, which is determining if you're a good match for them.
One of my favorite romance movies is He's Just Not That Into You. And that's exactly what it is a lot of times. And that doesn't mean there's something necessarily wrong with you. Sometimes the chemistry is off. So ladies, I wouldn't take it personal. Now, if you find this happening time and time again, then eventually you're going to have to look into the mirror and realize that the common denominator here is you. You might want to make some changes on how you approach dating because what you're doing clearly isn't working.
Them dude comes to my house, he knocks on the door, and he lets me know that he's been sleeping with my wife. So I ain't never seen the guy before, so I can't just take his word for it. But I listened to him, he gave me this long description, and after that I went back inside. So I approached my wife with her, I let her know the conversation I had with the guy, and of course she just kept denying it, said, oh, I'm not messing around on you. And I ended up just losing it, man. I kicked her out, told her she had to pack all her stuff, she gotta go. It was crazy after all this time and effort I put into this relationship, and she can't even be honest and faithful with me. So like a week later, I ended up seeing the guy out at the mall, and I went over to him, I'm talking to him, and he had let me know that, you know, he and my wife went on a little short vacation. He showed me some pictures, and yeah, come to find out, it was this other girl I was fucking with.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
That's a lie.
That's not a lie.
That is a lie.
That's not a lie.
Listen.
What?
There's not a lot of good men who want y'all. There's a lot of good men out there like where the good man at? Like they hiding under a rock or in a cave. They everywhere. They at the gas station. They at Costco. They at the bank. They walking right past you and you don't show up on their radar because of the way you are. They're going to walk right by you. Your pretty face ain't going to go too far because everybody's pretty. That's a prerequisite. So if that's all you got to offer, we're not looking at you. There's plenty of good men. They just don't want your ass. I ain't never heard no woman say, I know I ain't shit. She'll say, this man ain't shit. He ain't shit. He was bad. He was bad. But for the most part, every woman think they're a good woman.
For being.
What makes you a good woman? Who's auditing that you're a good woman? You are auditing yourself? Why don't you ask your exes what they think? Because all your relationships diminished and ended in turmoil.
Out of all of the language he could have spoken, he chose to speak facts. Look, I believe in an equilibrium. So if there's good women out there, then in contrast, there has to be good men out there as well. So I don't believe this narrative that there's no good men out there, and I also don't believe that there's no good women out there either. And actually, I know there's good men and good women out there because I've met plenty of them. And also, the dating market decides your value. You can't just declare that I'm a good man or I'm a good woman. If man after man dates you and then after dating you, they run for the hills, then maybe you're not as good of a woman as you think you are. Or at the very least, you're fishing in the wrong pond.
If I'm 5'7", right, and I'm 5'8", I'm 5'9", I'm less desirable. Okay? To women in America.
To who? I know plenty of 5'7" guys that are in relationships that make less than 6 figures.
I actually know a few too.
So to the women I want.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Doesn't change anything.
It does. It changes a lot.
Why does it change anything?
Because that's what I'm saying. This is the buffer part where you will be 5'7", you'll be like, I'm not desirable to women here in America. That sounds much different than, hey, the women that I want, bruh, they don't want me.
This kind of goes along with the other video, but I think they both have a point here. Truth of the matter is, if you're a shorter man, you are going to have a harder time in the dating market. However, that does not mean that you still can't get women. What that means is you're going to have to work harder to outcompete some of these guys who are 6 feet or taller. This is why you see a lot of short men who are really funny, because they have to bring something else to the table because they're already at a disadvantage. So if you're 5'7" or shorter, you can still get some baddies, but you're gonna have to bring way more to the table because your competition has a height advantage over you, and you're not beating them in that category. You have to be funnier, better dressed, and have a better job to compete with someone who's 6 inches taller than you. But hold your head high, my Hobbit friends, because at the end of the day, all women want is a man who will love, cherish, and respect them. And while you may not be the man that they want, you can prove to them that you're the man that they need. All right, that's all I got for you guys today. Please let me know what points did you agree with, what points did you disagree with. Leave your comments below and let me know what you thought. If you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button. And if you got anything out of this video, hit that like button. This is Agree to Disagree. I'm out.